Adventures in Evangelism, the testimony of a timid evangelist. Audiobook sample. Purchase the full-length audio at adventures-ie.com. adventures-ie.com. Chapter 12. Marine Corps Spam. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. Romans 10:2. With a slight Daffy Duck-style lisp, my company sergeant major said, "He's been spamming people." It was the year 2000, and even though I was somewhat computer savvy, by most standards, I still didn't know what that term meant, but he said I was guilty of it. Then came the verdict. "Sergeant Branham, I'm going to reduce you in rank from sergeant, that's E5, to corporal, E4. That was only the first of 3 punitive verdicts uttered from the mouth of my battalion commander, Lieutenant Colonel Strang, before whom I was now standing at the position of attention. Nervous adrenaline began to course through my body as my heart rate quickened. This cocktail of fight-or-flight chemicals set off a chain reaction in my already stiffened body. My jaw clenched. Racing thoughts cascaded in upon my conscience like the running of the bulls at Pamplona. What would this mean for my wife and me? Would I be restricted to the barracks like an average turd-bird Marine who had bounced checks? Would this ruin my Christian testimony? My head began to swim with wild thoughts. My now sweat-drippy wet hands were balled into ever-tightening fists that I pressed harder and harder against my Sta-Flo starch-stiffened trouser pant seams. Somehow I managed to keep my head and eyes straight to the front and my face draped in an emotionless stare. Of course, I wouldn't dare let my shock and awe be known in this place. Even though I had been preparing for this with prayer and encouragement from my Christian brothers, I was still kind of taken aback that he was coming down on me this hard. This was the first time in my 3 years of faithful service to our country and Corps that I had ever had to stand before the man for anything but an award. In fact, it wasn't too long before this that I was being recognized by some of these same men for my excellence in the new position I was in. But now, here I was, in a very unfamiliar and awkward situation, and all because of my zeal for Jesus. I was starting to wonder if it was worth it and if I had made a big blunder in evangelism.